Just because there's a lot of it here. May as well grab it. No plants in the winter might be good to stock up. Good to know. I mean, that does actually make complete sense. And I think we've still got St. John's Wort back at base, but just in case we don't, there's some here. Oh man, investing in this perk was the best idea. It makes finding this stuff so much easier. Oh, there's a spear. I wonder where that came from. Suddenly I am... oh no, not massively, just overburdened. Enough so as I can't sprint. Right, where's my base? That way, and quite a long way too. Oh. Oi. There you are. Hey, I can build a hunting lodge at last. New level hunting. I should bleed and hope so. Yeah, foxes are a bit too quick, I suspect. Especially when I'm overburdened and can't actually sprint after it. You know what, while I'm here. More mushrooms! We'll just gather them on the way back. And hopefully we don't come across any wolves that I genuinely need to run away from. That would be a bad time. I have a feeling that come spring, I'm going to be well and truly sick of mushrooms. What about snares? Apparently we're limited in how many we can set up, and we've already set them up. Hasn't been particularly successful thus far. Look at that, another spear. Head on, Bassos. Come on, collect. Thank you. Oh, another spear. Who keeps leaving these spears lying around? It's messy. Getting really quite overburdened from all of this. It's probably from the deer that I've failed to kill. And they've just been, like, shaking them off. Smokey the Bear is going to be angry. Wolf check. Not seeing any wolves. Hopefully building the Weaver there has broken that spawn point, because my gosh, was it annoying having a wolf spawn right in the middle of my camp. Nice for the fur, admittedly, but still, wolves. Grr. Well, we can drop off the leather in the weavery. This is only day 2 of autumn, so we have one more day. And I guess we should check to see what we can make out of leather. Leather would be mostly bags and things, wouldn't it? Because what I'd really like are the fur boots, but they're going to cost 36 to make. Okay, shoes are leather. You can make boots out of leather. The hoods are fabric. But they do get increasingly expensive. So one of the things we're probably going to want is a quite more cold protection. This requires 15 fur. 16 fur. How much do we have? 15. So if I buy 1 fur, we can actually make the cloak. And we actually know where we can buy furs from. I mean, that's always the alternative. Buy them. So let's drop off our mushrooms. Oops. Not enough space. Alright, I'll have to take the logs out. Been signing DMs most of the day to recruit people. Awesome. Right, let's go drop off these. Right, I should probably just drop the bag off as well. Let's stick that in the weavery. Okay, so we're going to need to buy fur. And I think it's just going to be the cloak. We might be able to make the thick leather gloves, actually. That's 20 leather. How much do we have? 26. So yes, we can make gloves and we can make the cloak. And then maybe buy some kind of hat. In fact, the hat's not even appearing there. Did I already make that? No. Is this game first person only? Yes, I think so. Rakamir's hose. Is that bad translation for trousers? Or can you really use the word hose for that in English, like in German? You can. Hose basically just means medieval trousers. Tailoring bench is all 3 tiers of clothing. You unlock the other stuff when you reach tailoring 2 or 3. And it doesn't tell you what's the different tiers? Oh, I see. Well, we can make the fur capelet. Regular shoes are a +10, but I have a feeling I have shoes already. Yeah, we do. And it would be lovely to get the fur shoes, but my gosh, those are expensive. And then the other one would be the thick leather gloves, which we can already afford. So I think it's going to be the gloves, and we need 1 more fur. So I think what I'm going to do now is make a run. I wish I'd done that when I was actually in the swamp. Oh gosh, we are dying of thirst. And probably starvation soon too. Done. And do I want to risk not having food with me? You know what? Food we can gather on the way. We have enough weight for this. Money. Probably need a bit more. Let's grab another, say, 200. Okay, time for some sprinting practice. Trap is down. Good stuff. So we did get... Oh, we got the fur. Okay, we don't need to buy it. Now I see what you were saying. Okay, so I need to go into here, then technology, then here, then here. Buy the capelet. Buy the thick leather gloves. Okay, that one I need to get some more money for. Now, we should... Oh, really? You don't just pull resources from here? Oops. Bit annoying. In fact, I'm really surprised it doesn't pull stuff from, you know, the chest associated with this workbench. That's really weird. And then the capelet as well. Oh, and we could also make a bag. No, not the bag. We don't want the bag. The bag's bad. Here it is. Alright. We have the basics of winter survival now, at least. Awesome. Now, what does it take to make a backpack? Leather sticks and linen, but I'm guessing that's a higher tier item. No, it's not. Cost me 400 to unlock it, which is the same as it would cost me to make one, but that means I can always make them. So that would be 10 leather, 5 sticks, and 6 linen thread, of which we don't have any, so we'll come back for those later. Yeah, dykes can also be derogatory towards trans people. But in that context, you're fine. I'm going to put these away for the moment. We'll put most of the coins away, say 500. Yeah, if you say it in Dutch, I think it would probably be better. And now we're getting very hungry. So let's cook up the meat. I wonder how you dry meat out. It's got to be another technology. Ah, fishing huts. What you need for the fishing nets. I see. Yeah, you would assume the smokehouse. I was kind of thinking probably the hunting lodge, but apparently not. The village's main storage for food receives food collected in the hunting lodge, fishing hut, barn, and animal buildings. Inhabitants need this building to get food. Does that mean we can't have inhabitants until we get the food storage? Tavern. Nope. Oh, this scrolls. Nope. Nope. That one doesn't scroll. This one does. Maybe it's a thing I can already craft. No. Alright, light the fire. That's sleeping. Oops. Cooking. Here we go. Roasted meat. That's all I can do. Well, we're going to grab this and just roast it all, I think. Might take a moment. Did you know Dutch is a mispronunciation of the word Deutsch? I don't think so. Dutch is from the base of Dietz. Dietz were the Dutch tribe in Holland, I think. That part I'm not sure about. But no, the origins of Dutch and Deutsch, different. Sounds like it should be the same, but it's not. Pennsylvania Dutch, however, is a mispronunciation of Deutsch. But that's a different thing. The Germans used to be called Dutch in America. Yeah, well, that's America. Alright, feeling a little bit better about my preparations for winter now. Cool. So let's go and eat of the meat what we need. Which is actually going to be the majority of it. But not all of it. And we still have 700 ducats in the bank in case we need to buy food supplies. Perfection! So what do we want to do on the last day of winter? Probably just more hunting. Have I prepared for the spring flooding? I mean, I don't think that this is going to really flood much. And if it did, free irrigation. I mean, we've seen the effect of the floods, but they're down here. We're at the top end of the spring. Okay, here it is, the last day of autumn. Tomorrow is winter, so let me think about this. What do we want to achieve on this, the last day, where we can actually get food supplies? Do we want to grab a bunch of mushrooms? I don't know that it's necessarily worth going hunting again, because it's pretty time intensive. I think I'm probably just going to gather mushrooms and just make sure that we've got like 1 million of them. And use the mushrooms to survive winter. Let's check the trap as well. Trap's not been set. I mean, it's been set, but it hasn't gone off yet. Dynasty reputation time. I don't think that's a good idea now. Spring, yes. Now, no. Because you know what they say, winter is coming. Bullet, okay. Yeah, bullet's fine. Oh, I see what the problem is. I don't have a knife selected. Now I do. Thankfully, there's quite a few of them. And that wolf does also seem to be gone. Gone. Get food storage up a little. I'm a little... Yeah, okay. Again, the last day before winter, probably not the day to do farming. Ploughing, sowing, harvesting, collecting vegetables, milking animals. I mean, part of the problem that we have is we don't have any seeds. I know where we can get them. It's a bit of a run, but we can do it. Again, I think that's going to be another spring thing. Maybe first day of spring we'll try and get some basic farming going. And although I am going to be getting warm clothing, I don't know how warm it's going to be, so I don't know necessarily how much I can do away from our base. You know what the other thing we probably want? Logs for firewood. And in fact, firewood. Except the campfire doesn't seem to consume firewood. I just noticed that. The one in my house seems to be completely free. Like, the villagers might consume firewood. But I don't seem to. That's also an awful lot of St. John's wort. I think we're in the plains now rather than the forest. Fun fact for anyone interested, the Polish word for Germans, Niemcy, literally means mute ones. Really? I never really considered Germans to be quiet. In fact, amongst Europeans, they're kind of loud. We call them that since we couldn't understand them, so they were mute to us. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes more sense. In order to get villagers, you need a house for them, resource storage of wood, and food storage of food. Yeah, which is why we probably do need to get food farming going next season. So maybe it is a good idea to go running into town. Today. While I know that we can make the track. I'm going to guess the seeds are not something that go off. At least not in a couple of days. Plenty of time as well in winter to do it. Well, the thing is, I've made some preparations for winter in terms of warm clothing, but I don't, for example, have a full set of furs. So I don't know if I can necessarily actually move that far away from base during the winter. Like, I don't think I'm going to have the problem where I need to basically just stay in my house to stay warm. But I somewhat doubt that I have the means to really venture very far. I mean, I don't know. I've never done winter, and please don't spoil it. This is one of the things where I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, true, couldn't do campfires. I'm a bit surprised we haven't seen any wolves. He says as he checks around carefully. New survival level. I mean, we are going to absolutely rock at survival, so there is that. Speaking of which, we have another point for extraction, which I think I'm going to put into just extraction. Hunting knowledge, we have 0 in hunting knowledge. So let's do that. Surviving knowledge we've already maxed out. Don't know how we unlock the tier 4 stuff. A point in the tier 3 unlocks tier 4. Thank you. So maybe survivalist, so I don't consume as much food and water. No, I think fisherman. Well, because I'm so far away from the main river, I don't know that necessarily fisherman's going to be that useful. Because we're about as far away from that river as it is possible to get. Except maybe if we were down here. I don't know if nets can be set up in here. Maybe?